TV Spotlight. Jonathan Creek. Jonathan Creek is the name of a British comedy drama mystery series with elements of gothic melodrama that ran for 5 seasons and a number of specials from 1997 onwards, airing its most recent episode in Christmas 2016. The series starred British comic actor Alan Davies in the title role of Jonathan Creek. Jonathan Creek is a magician's assistant who lacks the personality and showmanship to actually be the one on stage, but is nonetheless the man who actually comes up with the wild and wacky magic tricks. This ability to create sleight of hand and bizarre illusions also begins to give him a brand new career, as he proves to be able to use that keen insight just as much to solve seemingly impossible, baffling mysteries and crimes. Jonathan has had a number of sidekicks over the years. The woman that dragged him into mystery solving was investigative reporter Maddie Magellan, played by British actress Caroline Quentin. She appeared in the first 3 seasons and the 1998 Christmas special Black Canary, before being replaced for the 2001 Christmas special and the 2004 season by Press Gang alumni Julia Sawala, playing Carla Barejo, a theatrical agent turned news presenter. When the series returned for 2 specials in 2009 and 2010, she was replaced by amateur detective Joey Ross, played by Sheridan Smith. When the series returned in the mid-2010s, Joey made one more appearance but was effectively replaced by a new character in the form of Creek's new wife, played by coupling star Sarah Alexander. The series also had a number of notable guest stars. Doctor Who fans certainly have much to enjoy from watching Jonathan Creek. No less than 3 separate Doctors appear in the series, as well as several companions. The first Doctor Who alumni to appear in Jonathan Creek is 6th Doctor Colin Baker, who is actually the first man to get murdered in Jonathan Creek in the pilot episode The Wrestler's Tomb. 5th Doctor Peter Davison appears in the Season 2 premiere Dance Macabre, and 8th Doctor Paul McGann appears in the 2010 Easter special The Judas Tree. A number of former Doctor Who companions also appear in Jonathan Creek. Maureen O'Brien, who played Vicky, companion to the first Doctor back in the 1960s, appears in a Season 1 episode called Jack in the Box. Mary Tam, who played the first incarnation of Time Lady Romana opposite Tom Baker, appears in the 2001 Christmas special Satan's Chimney. And of course Sheridan Smith actually played Paul McGann's Doctor's companion on audio in the Big Finish releases. The series was completely written by David Renwick, a British television legend whose other most famous work was the massively popular 90s situation comedy series One Foot in the Grave, which made a national hero out of its spectacularly grumpy lead character, Victor Meldrew. Meldrew's on-screen wife, Annette Crosby, is another guest star in an episode of Jonathan Creek, the Season 1 climax, in fact. Other notable guest stars in Jonathan Creek include 3 members of the notorious The Young Ones cast, including Rick Mayall, who plays an eccentric and charismatic police detective in the 1998 Christmas special Black Canary, and reprises that role in a similar special in around 2014. Nigel Planer plays 2 completely different characters at different stages in the series' history, and Adrian Edmondson, who played Vivian in The Young Ones, has a recurring role in Season 4 as Carla's TV producer husband. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Creek, for the most part. I do think that the series rather went off the boil in the 2010s. The Christmas special that introduced Sarah Alexander as Creek's new wife and kind of gave him a new lifestyle as well, having dropped magic and now become a boring businessman. I still find this decision really a bizarre character move. that really rather robs Jonathan of what made him Jonathan. And that special was also particularly poor. Unfortunately, season 5, which basically ran for 3 episodes, the shortest season by far, was also very poor, with some really poor and uninteresting mysteries. Though, to be fair, the most recent special in 2016 was a little bit of a return to form. However, I would argue that the first 4 seasons, and maybe the 2009 and 2010 specials, were definitely the show at its best. My favourite season is probably season 2. The very first episode I actually saw of Jonathan Creek was the season 2 premiere, Dance Macabre, which, as already said, featured Peter Davison, and is a wonderful gothic mystery with a murder and a disappearing skeleton man. Wonderful stuff. The gothic kind of menace mixed with tongue-in-cheek humour is so much a part of the appeal of this series for me. I will say, somewhat controversially, that I do think season 4 is actually better than season 3. Now, a lot of people think that the show kind of went downhill after Caroline Quentin left. Honestly, I think season 4 is better than season 3, even though I do prefer Maddie to any of his other assistants. I think season 4 has some much stronger episodes. The coonskin cap and the tailor's dummy, I would say, are 2 absolutely fantastic episodes that are much stronger than anything in season 3, in my opinion. And to be honest, I did rather like Sheridan Smith as Joy. It's kind of a shame that she never really got kind of a full season with Jonathan Creek, because I liked her. I wasn't really a fan of Sarah Alexander as his wife. I found her really kind of annoying, to be honest with you. But yeah, there were many wonderful episodes of Jonathan Creek, including season 1 finale, The House of Monkeys, Dance Macabre, Time Waits for Norman, the 2-part The Problem at Gallows Gate, and Mother Redcap. There's some wonderful mysteries. Black Canary is a fantastic Christmas special, as is Satan's Chimney, very underrated. And I really like the Grinning Man's 2009 Christmas special as well. I talked about many of these, of course, in my top 10 favourite TV Christmas specials that I did at Christmas. Jonathan Creek was a great show. It's been, 6 years now since the last special? Looks a little bit dodgy as to whether the show will ever come back. Personally, I'm not sure it really should. It's probably had its time, especially as I was not a fan of the direction that they took the character after a certain point in the 2010s. But at its best, certainly those first 4 seasons, and yeah, I'd say the Grinning Man and the Judas Tree specials, it was a really fun, really interesting, entertaining gothic mystery theories with a great sense of British humour. If that sounds appealing to you, I would very much recommend it.